What if I told you, the family you're building right now, the one eating dinner around your table tonight, could still be broke in 50 years? Not because you didn't work hard, not because you didn't love God, but because nobody ever taught you the one thing your ancestors were never allowed to build, and your children are silently waiting on you to finally break the cycle? Stay with me for the next 7 minutes, because by the end of this video, you're either going to feel a fire lit under you, or you're going to feel exposed. There's no in between. Before we go further, comment the word break right now if you're watching this because you're tired of the cycle stopping with you instead of starting a legacy through you. Here's a truth most churches won't preach and most families won't admit out loud. We have raised generations of faithful, God-fearing, hard-working Christians who die with nothing to pass down but a Bible and a burial plot. We tithe, we pray, we fast. We believe God for breakthrough. But somewhere along the way, we confuse survival with stewardship. Proverbs 13:22 says a good man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. Not just his children, his children's children. That's a 4-generation vision. Meanwhile, most of us are budgeting week to week, hoping to make it to the next paycheck without asking God for the next plan. And here's what should give you pause. The pattern shows up over and over in families who build something. The wealth doesn't usually disappear because of bad luck. It disappears because nobody sat down and turned it into a plan the next generation could actually carry. So even the families who do build something are watching it evaporate because nobody sat down and said, this isn't just money, this is a mission. If that hits you, comment 1 if this is the first generation trying to build wealth in your family, or comment 2 if you're trying to protect what your parents already started. Let's be honest about the fear sitting underneath this whole conversation. You're scared that if you don't get this right, your kids will inherit your debt instead of your discipline, your anxiety instead of your assurance, your struggle instead of your strategy. You lay in bed some nights doing the math in your head. You look at your children sleeping and you think, am I setting them up or am I setting them back? That question should not leave you paralyzed. It should leave you purposeful. Because here's the part of the story we don't tell enough. Generational wealth was never God's forbidden fruit. It was His original design. Look at Abraham. Look at Isaac. Look at Jacob. God didn't just bless one man. He established a covenant that traveled through bloodlines. Wealth, land, favor, influence, passed down on purpose, protected on purpose. Somewhere along the way, the enemy convinced Christian families that ambition for wealth was pride, while poverty was humility. That is a lie straight from the pit, and it has kept faithful families stuck for centuries. If you've ever felt guilty for wanting more for your children, comment guilty below. You are not alone, and by the end of this video, that guilt is going to turn into strategy. Now here's where it gets serious, because knowing the problem isn't enough. You need the blueprint. There are 3 pillars every Christian family must build, and if even one is missing, everything you build can collapse the moment you're gone. Pillar 1, spiritual inheritance. Before your children inherit your bank account, they need to inherit your belief system. A child who doesn't understand tithing, stewardship, and faith over fear will mismanage money no matter how much you leave them. Money without wisdom is just gasoline near a fire. Pillar 2, financial structure. This is the part most families skip because it feels uncomfortable. Wills, trusts, life insurance, businesses that outlive you. Not because you're expecting death, but because love plans ahead. A family with no financial structure is one funeral away from losing everything they worked for. I need you to sit with that for a second. Pillar 3, generational communication. This is the missing piece nobody talks about. Wealth doesn't transfer through documents. It transfers through conversations. If your children don't know your financial values, your business plans, your real estate goals, they will inherit assets they don't understand and lose them within a decade. Which pillar is weakest in your family right now? Spiritual, financial, or communication? Comment below. I read every single one. Here's what should keep you up tonight, in a good way. Every day you delay having this conversation with your spouse. Every year you avoid the will, the trust, the family meeting about money is a year closer to your children inheriting confusion instead of clarity. Generational wealth is not built in a single dramatic moment. It's built in the quiet decisions nobody claps for, the insurance policy you finally signed, the property you refused to sell in panic, the business you started even though it terrified you, the conversation you finally had at the dinner table about money and faith and legacy. Your children are watching, not just what you say about God and money, but what you do about it. The cycle either stops with you or it repeats through you. So let me ask you the only question that matters. 50 years from now, when your grandchildren say your name, will they say it with gratitude or will they be trying to survive the mess you left behind? You still have time to decide, but not forever. If this video stirred something in you, comment the word legacy right now because I'm building a follow-up video specifically for the families who comment that word. And I don't want you to miss it. The cycle stops here. Let's build it. Together, on purpose, and for the glory of God.